What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and welcome back to the International Boys, where, as always, if you are still enjoying the series, please do go and drop it a like. And today we got ourselves our third Nations League group match versus Scotland, once again, this time taking them up at Hampden Park, where a win versus them will see us stay within the group. Scotland will get relegated, and then it all comes down to how we do versus Germany, and if we actually win our group to get through to the Nations League semifinals. I think that's what it is, where the winner of that knockout stage gets automatic promotion or automatic inclusion into the Euros. So that's always on the line, but first and foremost, we gotta concentrate on Scotland today. And even before that, we played a match. We played a friendly versus South Korea, and it got a little crazy. It ended 5-2, but after 4 minutes, the score was 2-1 us. Yes, 3 goals were scored in 4 minutes, and I'm going to show you the highlights of those 3 goals. And we got the ball to start, and right away kept the possession throughout, and in the first 35 seconds, a nice cross in from Esteve into Xavi Triguero, but he hit a shot directly at the goalkeeper, parried it right back to him, and then rebounded it directly into the back of the net to get us off to a flying start. But then, not even a minute later, we get the ball, long ball up over the top to Esteve. This time he gets the goal, running past everybody on the South Korean defense and right underneath the goalkeeper's legs to get ourselves to a 2-0 lead after just 90 seconds. But then, just a couple minutes later, South Korea answering right back because, well, my defense continues to be a little bit shit when it comes to dealing with counterattacks, and as you can see that, but you can't really take away the fact that he had a very nice long shot from the top of the D. 4 defenders, though, standing in his way, could have blocked it, and Pau Lopez also at the same time could have done a lot better to save that. But at the end of the day, a 5-2 win, Andres Esteve getting himself a hat trick within the first 18 minutes of the match, and then Kuki adding one to the Spanish tally after that. 23 shots, 13 of them on target. You figure with that ratio, a lot of goals are going to be going in, and that's exactly what happens. It does suck that we let in a couple past, but both of them were long shots, and really you can't do much about that except mark the guy that has the ball at the top of the box. Don't let those long shots go in. And hopefully, when we do that versus Scotland today, we don't allow any goals. We get ourselves a clean sheet, get a win, and get ourselves through at least staying in the Division A. And that'll segue nicely into our match today versus Scotland. The lineup we're going to use is with a 4-3-3-V formation, and this time around I did scale it back on the Basque players. I do have Iñaki Garcia there starting as defensive mid, but also Aitor Garmendia and Mikel Oyarzabal sitting on the bench. So a little dialed back because some of the other Basque players just weren't doing well in the league, and I can't really justify bringing them in if they're doing bad internationally and in the league. So a lot of changes made. Starting in between the sticks, we got Jesus Navarro as goalkeeper, and the 26-year-old is currently playing for Southampton. Great speed, mentals, and communication skills. Shot stopping, not as good as the other goalkeepers on the list. Definitely not as good as Pau Lopez, but still, when you have a 13 one-on-ones and a 15 reflexes, that's still pretty damn decent, even though it's the worst out of the bunch. So if I have anybody that's that bad, technically quote-unquote that bad, that's still pretty damn good. The back line sees a return of Hector Bellerin out on the right-hand side. We got Ian Romero, David Martinez, and Alex Grimaldo. Ian Romero you didn't see last time because he was not even called up to the full squad. At 26 years old, he made his first cap versus South Korea, and to be honest with you, looks like a fairly decent defender. 16 marking, 14 tackling, 16 positioning. His physicals are definitely above average to great, and he's also 6'3", so he's great in the heading aspect. As a center back, you need to have that type of aspect going forward just to help out both in attacking and defending corners. So great to have him getting a start and actually showing that he belongs in this starting squad. Of course, I just mentioned Iñaki Garcia is the starting defensive mid. The 2 center mids in front of him, we got Joselu and Marco Asensio. Yes, I know he's usually a center attacking mid, but he can also play in the center mid spot, and we're going to use him as an advanced playmaker. Out on the wings, we got Triguero on the left and Javier Ontiveros out on the right-hand side. Now, I didn't really know a lot about this guy, but apparently he's playing for Dortmund, and he's got 30 caps for Spain already. At 29 years old, doesn't look too terribly bad, especially as a winger. 15 crossing, 15 dribbling. His physicals look pretty decent, and I want to try and utilize him as that, main crossing winger going up and down the right-hand side. He's better than Xavi, so I guess that's why I decided to choose him. And of course, sitting up front, Andres Esteve, the main goal-scoring threat. Hopefully, the guys feed him, and he gets himself a few goals, and we get ourselves a win versus Scotland. So let's go kick off, and let's go see what happens. And already 15 minutes have passed, and it could be because of the rain up here in Scotland, where, you know, it's October. You figure there's going to be some rainstorms in the north of the UK. Hopefully that's not affecting our play all that much, but so far right now, not a lot going on. But we got ourselves a chance here. Ontiveros to the byline to Triguero. Back in front. Do we got ourselves going on here? Esteve, that was a nice little head drill. It bounced around 4 different players, and it finally reaches the head of Andres Esteve, who puts it into the back of the net. It's 1-0 to Spain after 22 minutes. It was a great drive to the byline, but then just crossing it in, heads, around, and into the back of the net thanks to Esteve. It's crazy, but it works. Corner kick, Triguero is going to take it on the left-hand side. Doesn't really do much of anything with it. It's cleared away by Scotland, but we get it right back inside. Esteve trying for another header, but it was never on target. Gunn making the save nonetheless. Scotland now driving forward, trying to get it through our defensive line. Dingwall to Gauld to Altgen. This is some great passing through to Naismith, who Navarro just completely shits himself trying to figure out what to do with the ball, and ultimately does nothing with it as he lets it go right by, and Scotland get an instant equalizer like 2 minutes later. And who is this? Who is that? That's Grimaldo. Grimaldo, you need to do a lot better defensively. You can't just look at the ball when it's right at your feet. Make a tackle. Now just 2 minutes later, we get the ball right back and are driving. Esteve just trying to take 3 Scottish defenders on. Long shot, ill-advised, should have done a lot better. Good clearance away from Grimaldo up to Ontiveros, and now Esteve. He's kind of running free. Oh my lord, I didn't think that ball was going into the back of the net. I thought he shot that over, but into the top right corner it goes, and Esteve gets himself a brace and makes it 2-1 to Spain. I need to see that again. Great pass from Ontiveros up to Esteve, controls it, gets past the Scottish back line, takes a shot. I'm surprised. I thought from the way the angle looked, it was going over the bar, but it stays underneath, and we got ourselves a lead. Well, it looks like going into halftime. And it's been relatively even shots-wise, possession-wise, all over the board, but we find ourselves with a 2-1 lead at the half, and I don't really want to change much of anything. You guys have played well so far, but things could be going better. Jesus Navarro is the worst player on the pitch now at that 6'4", of course, because he let that stupid goal go through without even doing so much as to block it. So he's on watch right now. As good as he is, he's on watch but before I have to think about making a sub out. And I know subbing out goalkeepers is probably the worst thing you could do, but if he continues to play as badly as he is, then it might be time to sub him out. But with the lead, we need to do all that we can to control this match. Don't let Scotland get any sort of opportunities going forward. And hell, we could potentially come away with a win. I know I keep saying this, but Football Manager always has eyes and ears. And with Scotland 3 minutes into this half, it looks like they're going to get themselves an attacking chance. And very well could put the ball on net. Oh, Bellerin with a good interception. And then Scotland getting it right back. Ball over the top to Naismith. He was onside. He's going to take a shot. And Jesus Navarro doesn't do shit. Of course he doesn't. You know what? The defensive line is playing back. And how do you not see Gary Naismith? How do you not see him running free? How do you not mark him when I have instructions for you to mark him? It's like my team doesn't understand. My team doesn't know what I'm telling them. My team doesn't care about what I'm telling them. And they're just doing their own thing. 55 minutes gone now. Esteve out to Ontiveros, but he does have a couple of Scotsmen in his face, and he gets the ball taken off of him. And now it's Musin, Joselu with an interception there. It's just some back and forth football right now, as you would expect with the stats that are going on right now between Spain and Scotland. But I just don't see a lot of fight. I don't see a lot of good things at all from this Spanish side. And this is a Spanish side that matches up pound for pound, position for position versus Scotland, and is better than them in every single position. Navarro's now on a 5-0, so guess what, buddy? Your dumbass is coming out, and we're putting in Sergio Rico. As much as I hate to sub out defenders and go, or I should say how I hate to sub out goalkeepers, he's got to come out. He is the worst player on the pitch, and he is showing it. He is not doing anything that warrants him to be out there defending the net. He's the worst player. He's the worst goalkeeper. The worst I've ever seen. Triguero bringing it up the wing, gets it through inside to Asensio. A couple of options to his right. Ontiveros Back out to Joselu. He needs to find somebody up the wing, and there he finds Bayorin. He needs to put in a cross. He does. It finds Esteve, and Esteve gets his hat trick. 62 minutes on, and we got ourselves a level match at 3 aside, and it really should not be level. It should be us completely and utterly dominating this match. Esteve being the one-man show today to at least keep us within this game. But we need to do a lot better. There's no way around it. We need to be doing a lot better. We need to come away with this win. Scotland, oh, it's a missed header. McElroy, Sergio Rico with the save, though. Thank you very much. Doing a lot better than Jesus Navarro ever did. I do love that I have defenders that are tall, like 6'2", 6'3", and can't win headers. Like, that's what you're there to do. You're a tall center back, obviously towering over everybody that's in front of you, so why can you not win headers? 2 minutes stoppage time on the clock, and there's about 20 seconds left, and we have the ball. Can we get ourselves one more chance? Can we fashion one more chance to get a late winner? Crossing from Grimaldo, not the best of crosses, and that is going to be that. It's going to end 3-all. Who would have thought this at the very start of the match? 3-all, Scotland and Spain. We stay in second place. We're still 3 points ahead of Scotland, but at the same point in time, I would have liked to have gotten that win. But at the same point in time, both us and Scotland have to take on Germany, and I think that Germany is just going to completely roll the group. That means they're going to beat us, they're going to beat Scotland, meaning that, as it is right now, we'll stay in Division A, which is great, but definitely should have come away with the win versus Scotland. But hey, who knows what will happen versus Germany next time around. Could be a lot of injuries on either side, mostly Germany's side, hopefully. But yeah, we just have to wait and see next time. So next episode, obviously a friendly, but also us versus Germany to round out our group. We'll have to wait and see what Germany do versus Scotland, but I'm pretty sure they will beat them, and we are going to stay within Division A. But it all remains to be seen. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode because it was a little frustrating, as you would expect. But all the same, if you did enjoy it, please do go and drop it a like. Share if you want, and subscribe if you're new. And if you want to leave a comment on what you saw today, or just the series as a whole, please leave in the comment box below. I appreciate every single comment that you guys put down. But anyway, guys, I've been Gendo, and you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and peace out.